I'm closing this window.
Well, this is worth waiting 3 weeks for.
Oh my god.
It's fun hanging out. The game fucking sucks, but...
I love that it was, for Angie, a fun game up until this point. It's like, right when we come in is right when the game becomes extremely monotonous.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's all right.
Like, we literally brought the old game with us.
Well, the problem is that I didn't play 2, and I didn't get to watch most of y'all's stream of 2, so I had no idea.
Because you're smart. That's why you didn't watch it.
Oh, man.
Because you literally kept saying you don't want to watch that.
Yeah, well, that's because you don't.
You don't. It's truth in advertising.
And now you know why.
It's like this. More the same. It really is the same game over and over again.
It's like, well, it has some nice new features, and then once you get past the nice new features, then it's the same game.
Yeah, it's like they front load it with about 10 minutes worth of, oh, this is a good idea. And then it's like, oh, cool, glad you enjoyed that. Here you go, fucker. Enjoy this for the next 5 hours. Did it archive this, Angelle?
I didn't look.
Should it have?
Oh, no, we save everything. We're like the Inuit.
This is for posterity's sake?
This is for posterior. These are the turds we leave behind us.
Yeah, at what point will these things be in the National Library of Congress?
This will be the only thing that survives the great data purges of the 22nd century.
Well, this will hopefully Chris's walkthrough.
Can you imagine a civilization built off of Chris's walkthrough?
Yeah, where the aliens show up and say, if you haven't figured this out by now, I'm not going to fucking explain it for you. What is the mystery of life?
Push it so the light you turns on.
Well, you know, as agonizing as the game got, I'm glad I got to spend the evening with you guys.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't spent the first half hour dying, but otherwise
Well, so do we, but you can't always get what you want. So you said that you have the screenplay for the Alice movie that never got made?
Yeah. Do you want to take a look at it?
Yeah, actually I do.
Wes Craven was up to direct it for a while, and I remember hearing about the film project that kept going in and out of production for like a decade.
I want to say Sarah Michelle Gellar was going to star.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, at one point, yeah.
I knew that, yeah.
I remember hearing about that.
It's one of those things like Akira, where it's just like it keeps like, oh, it's greenlit, and then it just falls apart, and then it's greenlit, and then it just falls apart.
Would you have any interest in seeing a playthrough of that?
I've never seen the game.
The game, I think, would be good for a stream because it's very visually interesting, the adventure elements.
What makes for more entertainment, a good game or Resident Evil?
A good game. Except this really isn't a good game if you have to play it. If you're watching it, I think it's a good game. If you're playing it, not so much. I've been able to brute force through enough of it that I think that I could get through it with relatively low repetition.
Let's see if you want to keep going with this game and then we can go to that game.
Yeah, we can. There's no rush.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'll let you guys go for the evening. I gotta go eat.
Bullshit.
As well as the follow-up like 15 minutes later.
Right.
Where Angie was like, didn't you say you had to go and eat? And I'm like, yeah, but that's that bullshit Jack was talking about. And I got both cat disasters in there. I'm shocked that I got over an hour of audio, given how quickly we were done with that movie.
Right. And yet we still keep bringing the movie up today.
Yeah.
And Dudley's becoming a recurring character on the streams.
Well, that's just one of our jokes, like Chris. We just bring it. It's part of our sack of tricks now.
It's a sack of tricks. We have 2 tricks right now.
Now, if it had been Dudley Part 6, be careful with the armpit missiles. They're rented. But no, so I just picture Dudley wearing that outfit, doing the ballet.
Okay, enough Leonard Part 6, please. I'm starting to remember it now.
Yeah, see?
You know what that means? It's not on the top of my consciousness anymore. It's deep in the subconscious.
You're stuck with it.
You watched that film. I watched it and read it.
You chose to read it after watching.
So I had to have mental images form in my mind to those words on the page. I'm not getting anything from this, but let's finish it so I can just be gone. It was The Purge.
And The Purge 2 is out this year.
Which actually doesn't look like a bad film.
It looks like what they should have done with the first one.
Well, I don't think they had the budget for it in the first one, and then it was a hit, so they're like, okay, now we have the money to do
Was it a hit?
It's one of those ones where horror films are so cheap that it's not that hard for it to be a hit. So it's like, okay, now we've justified adding maybe just another $10 million to the budget. That's the way the system works. That's why you have Halloween 9.
Well, I'm glad they made a sequel that's superior to Panic Room 2013.
Crime is okay everywhere, but instead you just trap people inside a house. It's kind of...
And
Exactly.
focus on that.
But I like the idea of part 2 of you're the people who are trapped outside.
That's the way it should be. That's the way that a movie like that should be done. Oh, well, let's focus on this family. Fuck the family. I don't care about the family.
At least that way they went into the first film knowing they had a broader plan, as opposed to those sequels like As Darko of, okay, what stray threads can we wrap our fingers around? Because I've seen all 9 Hellraiser films. I know what that is like when they do that.
I would love for Angelle to go through Silent Hill Shattered Memories so that you can see what wasted potential in a video game looks like.
I would actually be willing to play that game again.
Let's do that after Resident Evil.
Yeah, you can do it in place of Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, let's... It's my go-to comparison for stuff where it's like they had so much potential and promise and they just squander everything.
What I want to do is, now that I know what to expect, I want to play it again, see if I can appreciate it a little more.
I mean, Silent Hill Shattered Memories is still playable and enjoyable, but it could have been much better.
Oh, by the way, remember how we said that if we found that Gilbert Gottfried starred...
Oh, please tell me there's one.
He has never starred in a movie.
Oh.
There has never been a film starring Gilbert Gottfried.
Well, then now I'm just sad.
I am too. Did you hear the Christmas glee in my voice whenever I thought there might be?
I know. I was hoping for it too, but I went through every single one of his credits on the IMDb. It's always just he pops up for a scene here and there, or he does voice work for a supporting character.
In a world where Stuart Smalley can get a fucking movie.
It doesn't make sense to me that there is not a film out there, at least one horrible direct-to-video from 1993 release out there where Gilbert Gottfried got the star. So anyways, I will let you guys go.
Bullshit.
You're the one who brought up this new thread of conversation, not me.
You're the one that continued it, though. It takes 2 people to have a conversation.